Good morning, good morning. It is PCT day number 52. It is 6:30 a.m. Finally started hiking, and this morning I woke up and my shoes were still soaked. They did not dry out at all last night. Okay, that might be exaggeration. They dried out a bit because they're not soaping. They're like sopping. That's the word. It's too early. Anyway, today we're doing Silver Pass. I don't know how far we're going after we do the summit, which is 15 miles from where we camped, the summit. But it's a lot of up and down. So yeah, today is going to be a very high elevation gain and loss day, which means a hard day, which I'm not really excited for, but you know, it's what I signed up for. Slept pretty well last night. I was planning to wake up at 5 and get out by 6, but I woke up at 5 and then I laid in my sleeping bag for like 30 minutes not moving. It was great. I definitely needed it. I was not ready to meet the world. Yeah. I'm exhausted. I'm so excited for my Zero in Mammoth. Hoping to be in Mammoth by tomorrow. Do you hear the bird sounds? It's my favorite part of the day. Sun coming up, birds waking up. The world is getting ready for the day. So peaceful. So today is Thursday, so that means Throwback Thursday. And last Thursday, I was hiking Mount Whitney. In fact, if it's past 8:40, which it is, a week ago exactly, I was at the top of Whitney and feeling amazing. That was probably the best experience of my life. So no PCT miles that day. It was at 766.3, I think. But yeah, Whitney. Okay, so I know I've done a lot of filming of me talking today. But I just, something on my mind and I have to say it. So the channel is pretty and gritty, so I need to show both pretty and the gritty. And I'm not gonna lie, if if you watched yesterday's video, you can tell it's super short, hardly talk at all. 10 Talk is short. There's hardly any photos. It's not like the other ones for the Sierra. In fact, in my albums, most of the time the Sierra days have close to 80 photos / videos. Whereas yesterday I had maybe 30. Now, I want to explain why, because I want to show the gritty. Yesterday I did Selden Pass. I'm not going to lie, it was my least favorite pass. Now, the beginning half of the day I hiked with my tramily and I had a really good time. And then after lunch, we had like a 2,000 foot climb in 3 miles. And it was a slog. I didn't enjoy it. It was hot. There was no wind. There was almost no shade. The scenery was not on par for normal Sierra scenery. And it honestly felt like I was back in the desert. And I wasn't enjoying myself. And there were so many mosquitoes yesterday that if you stopped, you would just be attacked. So I didn't really feel like stopping. Once that climb the 3 miles ended at a stream. And then after that, you think you're done with the climb because it kind of levels off for a bit. But then no, it goes back to a climb. And it's steep. And it I don't know, it was not my favorite. And then you get to the lakes, and the lakes are gorgeous, but then you're attacked by mosquitoes. Even the pass, the top of it had mosquitoes. But, mindset is key. Once I got to the top of the pass, Foxtail and Send It were waiting for me at the top. Send It actually wasn't too far ahead of me. He only got there like 10-15 minutes before I did, actually. But I got up there and I asked them how they were doing. And Foxtail just goes, "Oh my gosh, this is my favorite pass. I felt so amazing going up it. And the lakes were gorgeous." And he was talking about how it was one of his favorites. And he was like, "What about you?" And I just go, "It was my least favorite." And I tell him I hated it. And you know what? Foxtail reminded me that mindset changes things. So I sat down in my little party pooper attitude, and in 5 minutes I was just like, I was done. I was done with my attitude. And so I changed it. And I told Foxtail and Send It, I said, "You know what? I'm sorry for my attitude. I'm sorry for how I reacted when I first got up here." And I just said, "You know what? The lakes were spectacular. The views were amazing. The climb to the pass was hard and it kicked my ass, but I did it and I accomplished it and I still did it. And my goal of the day was to get it to the top of the pass by 4 p.m. and I got to the top by 3:40 p.m. So I made my goal. So yes, it was a slog, but you know what? I beat the pass, and that's what's most important. So mindset is key. And then after that, my tramily and I decided that we would hike the rest of the way to our campsite together, since it was only like 4 miles. And we had a good time. We had a laugh. The other part about yesterday is the day before I banged my knee up quite a lot. I kept falling. I fell like 6 times. And so my knee really hurt. And so that added to everything. So yeah, those are the gritty days. You're gonna have those really gritty days where you just don't want to do what you're doing. But you push through and you gotta find the silver linings. And you know what? A good tramily makes the difference. I am so lucky to have the people that I'm hiking with. They really do make it worth it. And they can turn any gritty day into a pretty day. So with that, just remember, you are amazing. You can do hard things. Even if you don't feel like you're doing hard things, you're doing hard things. and you're crushing it. Also, I want to say I'm so excited. I'm getting new shoes in Mammoth. So TP arranged for the outfitter store in Mammoth to have my shoes that I wear in stock on hold for me, so that when I get there on either Friday or Saturday, they will have them there and I can just buy new ones. I was hoping these shoes would last me, the ones I'm wearing right now, would last me to the end of this year. However, there's like no tread left, which explains me tripping and slipping all over. And the right shoe has a hole in the side, and the tips of my shoes are like non-existent at this point. They're so paper thin, and I can feel like every single rock I step on, which normally doesn't happen. So definitely need new shoes. So I'm super excited to be getting new shoes in Mammoth. This is PCT day number 52 tent talk. Today was pretty good. I'm at mile 888.3. So a short 19-mile day instead of like 22. It was still pretty good. We did Silver Pass. It was gorgeous up at the top. Probably my favorite view from the summit of any pass. It's weird because they had the pass, but you don't actually go over it. You kind of go to it, and then you climb up the side of one of the mountains that it's past. So you keep going, but only for like 0.2 miles, and then you get this top view, and it's really pretty. But speaking of pretty, my pretty for today would have to be the waterfall I had lunch at. It was gorgeous, very peaceful. I had lunch by myself today, so I listened to my book, and it was definitely needed. And then, let's see, my gritty for today would have to be that my knee kind of hurt today. I'm gonna take some Advil PM to hope that it helps. One with me sleeping, and two with my knee. Other than that, it's been pretty good. Again, I haven't done my sketch yet, but I will do it. And I haven't taken my foot picture, but here it is. And then my message to my fam: I love you, rock on, and as always, we'll see you on the trails.